And live from the motherfucking top rope is the goddamn elbow drop. I'm Beast Mode Bones. Right here is Bobby the Board Miller. Say hi, Bobby.
Fuck you. What up?
Then we get Ted Van Dam,
Hoorah. What's up, bud?
who is rocking the most Asian bang possible right now. Shit straight out of the anime.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
Still banging.
Below me, we got the number one, no homo. No homo. Also, we have the number one enemy of the BWO, well, the BWO outcast, Loveless, the pastor, the shaman, the Adonai.
I'm here. I'm deleted, but I'm here. I'm a hologram.
And we got, and the OG, of course, the Eric Smith Show.
What it do, everybody?
What's good?
All right, Bobby, we'll get this shit cracking.
All right, my bad.
As Bobby fingers us.
I was not expecting this finger. And where's
First
HR?
things first.
I
If
need
you
HR.
hadn't noticed, what was that? Yesterday or earlier today? My
Yesterday.
day mixed up. Yesterday we lost an absolute legend in Sid Vicious. So we want to take this time out to say our condolences to him and his family. Rest in peace to Sid Vicious. And yeah, man, and it's crazy because Sid Vicious was over at a time when motherfuckers didn't expect him to be over. That was always a confusing thing with folks right before the Attitude Era. But
I just found out he was a member of the Four Horsemen.
he was a member of
Yes, he was.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. So that's fun.
and he was born and raised in Arkansas, where I reside.
And he stabbed a member of the Four Horsemen with some goddamn scissors.
RN.
He did that.
In real life, no kayfabe.
He broke his
Scissor
leg on
me.
Scott Steiner's chest.
He broke his leg.
On
He was
Scott
dangerous.
Steiner's chest.
Half a brain.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like when I first heard Sid Vicious died, that was the first thing that popped up in my head was his leg just like bent over. Like I know it's fucked up to say, but that was like boom, the first thing that came to head cannon.
That
You mad
was
low,
on Faces
bro.
of Death. Like in the 90s, that was on Faces of Death. That one clip.
So your mic mad low.
Who?
Yep. Eric.
Oh,
Mine.
Yeah. I don't know if this is too far away.
I figured that's why I had the headphones on the side just in
Man.
case.
Right. But yeah,
the man came prepared.
Sid Vicious is one of my favorite wrestlers. I mean, I never, until I became an adult, understood why he had to stop calling himself Psycho Sid, which is what I prefer to call him.
Yeah.
Anyway, he lasted a long time to be a man with half a brain.
Right.
For real, like he gave us a whole bunch of memories. So, rest in peace.
All right,
Yeah,
we are
RP.
at the end of Randy Weber's list. We are at the finals, and we happen to have a triple threat in the finals because we couldn't come to an agreement last show. So we got the Dudley Boys versus the Hardys versus the Steiner Brothers. Who is the greatest tag team of all time? Bones, who you gonna say, man? First of all,
I'm gonna go with the Dudleys.
you had some stuff to say apparently from
I had some stuff, but the nigga I needed to say it to ain't here. So I don't even have the argument no more. I'm gonna go with the Dudleys. So what I do want to say is last week y'all gave the Steiners way too much credit. They shouldn't be here. The Hardys should have went over them.
You crazy.
Not for the reason y'all talking about. The reason I gave the Steiners way too much credit because y'all focused so much on the shit Scott Steiner did by himself. And how much charisma
Oh, wait,
they
man.
did. How much charisma Scott Steiner had after he was done with the Steiner brothers.
Wait a minute.
All the credit y'all gave the Steiners was for shit that Scott Steiner did after he was done with Steiner brothers. He was the boring one. We didn't know who the fuck Scott Steiner was. We knew the nigga who was barking the whole time. If you was a kid,
Yeah, Scott didn't know again. Pop until he died. It's her, man. It was always the
Yeah.
I didn't even consider Big Papa Pump. That's the weak Scott Steiner.
Well, you didn't say that when
Rick
they were
Steiner
doing
was
it.
the man when they were.
I don't
tag
remember them
team.
doing it.
They would do. They went off on a rip, and by they I mean Ted Van Dam.
Yo, I love the Steiner brothers. Fuck you. First of all, this is like a war between brothers, right? Three pairs of
Bruh.
brothers. One
You know
brothers
what? We
are
gonna
like
talk about
against
it
other
for y'all,
brothers.
Jason.
Huh? Huh?
He said FTR goes above all of them. You know, he's
Oh, you're
a-
crazy. You're crazy, man. Rick was the
Who?
man. Scott Steiner's the same
FTR?
size in his prime than he is when he started, and Rick made him look like the skinny brother. They were monsters, man. They were monsters. They were like the biggest dudes ever. They just
And that's
wrestled. They had no gimmick.
another,
They were the man.
believe it or
I
not,
don't
that's
know,
another point for me for the Dudleys, who looked like I could take both of them. But not in my mind. In my
The
mind, the Dudleys could fuck up everybody. In my
the
life.
Steiner DDT. The
That's how I feel too
by
about
that
it.
logic, you should like the Tongas.
What do you mean?
Nah,
No, you're not listening. The Dudleys made me feel like they could beat people up. The Tongas
Oh.
made me feel like I can beat both of them up the same damn
Oh,
time.
bet.
Here's my thing about the Dudleys too. You talk about the Steiners. Like, what was the Steiners finisher?
Steiner DDT and the Steiner Bulldog.
Don't nobody know nothing about that
it
shit.
was.
But
Everybody on the face of the earth been set up 2 chairs, put a couch cushion in the middle, and 3D face up.
Man, what? Okay.
You know it's
I never
different.
wanted to be a
It's hard to
Steiner
complain.
boy.
Everybody on this show right now has given and taken in 3D. Same a lot.
The Dudley boy is more iconic. They're more iconic.
I mean, yeah,
I wasn't giving it to the
Steiner.
I wasn't giving it to the Steiner.
When you think of table, you will always think of the Dudleys. Even how the
Devon.
crowd reacts to it.
Yeah.
I
Even the
always think
1D,
of
it's still the 3D.
I mean,
Yeah,
if somebody tells me to get tables in any scenario or situation, I think about the Dudleys.
It's like
So you
subconscious.
basically telling me you at church and they like get the table. You about to 3D somebody at church.
I'm ready to pick somebody up for a Powerball. Why? All that.
I mean, I'm picking the Dudleys anyway, but in the Steiner's defense, I mean, they did have a Steiner screwdriver. I mean,
That's
Yeah, that
Scott
was
by
dope. But
himself,
they shouldn't
though.
be here over the Hardys.
I
They
thought
shouldn't
only
be
Scott
tied with the
Steiner did it.
Hardys.
though.
nah, I disagree with that.
No, I don't think about that. No.
I mean, like I grew up as a WCW kid, so like I basically saw like plenty Steiner matches. They're a good tag team. No, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, they one of the greatest tag teams, but I can say I don't see them being there with like the Hardys and the Dudleys. Like, granted, what they did was like the territory days, the 80s, 90s, but come on, let's be honest. We wasn't watching that shit. We wasn't born.
I was.
I mean, we was born, but like
I was
said,
watching
WCW,
it.
I was
I-
like 4 years
them
old.
days were crazy,
It's like you.
Yeah, I've been
like,
watching
like,
wrestling since I stepped out the womb, basically, man.
But I'm just saying, like with your adult eye, if you got these 3 teams in the ring,
Mhm.
you really finna be like, oh yeah, I want the Steiners to win. Like if they get the belt, say triple threat tag team match for the titles. If they was to win the belt, everybody going home pissed off.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I like the way the Steiners wrestle. I like the way the Steiners
I
wrestle.
love
Like,
the Steiners.
they're 2
I don't
brawn
remember the
breakers,
Steiners.
man. You wouldn't want
When
2
Scott
brawn
died,
breakers
they
to
did.
have the belt over them every other tag team. There's 2 brawn breakers.
The
That's
thing
what
about
they
that
are in
is,
today's eyes. The
The
2
thing about
big ass
that is,
white
though,
boys from Michigan.
it was too big. It was one boring ass white boy and another nigga who barked like a dog who was kind of cool.
No, he was definitely cool. You're crazy. In
I
the
ain't
80s,
gonna
he
hold
was
you, though.
amazing.
Frankenstein
comparison-
is forever legit though.
Like in comparison to like everybody else on the roster, when most of the roster wasn't that cool, they were pretty low. Like they weren't as cool as Harvey Heat or like Hollywood Blondes. Like a whole bunch of people were more cool than Steiners.
I remember.
Like,
And
What was Rick
Gilbert,
Steiner's solo finishing move? Like, what was his solo finisher?
Steiner
I think
Recliner.
everybody's was a pile driver back then.
I don't think Rick did the recline.
I have no idea. Maybe the
I know Scott
Steiner
Steiner
line?
was the Steiner recliner
Steiner line.
and the
Scott had a
Hurricane Run
lot.
at the top rope. Wasn't it?
He had a
Frankensteiner.
Frankensteiner.
That's the
He had the Steiner
Frankensteiner.
recliner, the screwdriver.
That
Yo,
is
Scott
irrelevant
had a
to the
lot.
Rick Steiner didn't. I don't know what Rick Steiner had except for
be
like
fair.
a fireman's carry. or
Steiner
something. I don't
line.
know.
Steiner
To
line.
be
I
fair,
think.
it's
Y'all
irrelevant
think
in
it
this
was
conversation because
Press,
what was
Bulldog,
the Dudley niggas finisher? Like don't nobody know that shit.
Bubba
Bubba
Cutter,
Bomb.
Saving
You got the-
Grace. I don't know.
All
Like,
that
I
shit.
don't
Fucking
know.
say
I
You
don't
got the
know.
Bubba Bomb though.
Like a
Bubba Bomb.
lifting.
You had to
but
tell me
I don't
though.
know.
You had to tell me that. I didn't know that.
I gotta
You
do
didn't
it
tell
on you. I can't like show you. I can't describe. I gotta like do the move on you.
man, Jason's such a fucking mark.
I can't
Such an AEW fan.
me. Hell yeah.
Like,
Stick to your
dude's the
shit,
markiest
man.
of the mark.
Stick to your shit.
And I disagree.
Anyway, so we going with the Dudleys, everybody.
Mhm. Yeah, everybody
Even
picked
though he's
Dudley.
trying to disrespect the Steiners.
I know, right? What the fuck, man?
But
I mean,
we
they're
all
number
go-
3 on this list. That's why I need to make sure everybody understood.
No, they number 2. But the Dudleys move on, and they are the GOATs of this tournament.
Mhm.
I don't know where Randy Weber actually ranked them. I think it was like what 4 or some shit like that.
Where the fuck was Sting and Luger? Where the fuck is Sting on this list, bro?
They were in the BWO tournament, which is why ours was better.
Where the fuck is Too Cool?
All right,
Did y'all have Sting and Warrior in that tournament?
we did.
Blade Runners? No, I don't even know who the fuck they were, honestly. I'm Sting Mark. Fuck
All
right.
right. So we going into All In. All
Okay.
In London with this is the AEW show, and we're gonna start right away with the match that I missed a lot of anyway. So I'm gonna let y'all take over that. The 4-way ladder match for the Trios Championship. It sounds like I wouldn't have enjoyed it that much anyway because that's too many niggas in one match.
That was a lot. It was
You
hard
would
to
have
keep track
enjoyed
of.
some parts of it. But yes, it was like why it was that this was definitely like how many people can we get in the ring at the same goddamn time?
Yeah.
I've seen less cup. I've seen Royal Rumbles not be this full.
It was like one of those matches, like wait to hit your spot, move out the way. Wait to hit your spot, move out the way type thing. That's
And then
exactly what it was. It was like,
such-
what the heck?
It was some crazy shit happening where niggas was hitting like one weak ass move and nigga fall out the ring for like 5 minutes. Like
I feel like
that's what I hate about multi-man matches. Like, that's my biggest pet peeve. Like,
Well, y'all saying
niggas body endurance be like in the red soon when they step in a multi-man match. Like, I hate that with a passion. Like, I don't like multi-man matches. A punch
Yeah.
had you
This was
down
the
for like
worst
5 minutes.
If they didn't
This is the
dress the
worst
same, you'd
example
have
of that.
no idea who's on each other's team. You'd have no
You
idea.
said what, Bones?
This was the worst example of that no endurance thing. I promise you, it was everybody hit a low impact move and knocked somebody completely out the ring. Everybody did in a 5-minute stretch. The only saving grace and slight entertainment value to this was Christian Cage. That was
He
it.
runs like an
Christian
old
Cage-
man. He
Christian
runs like
Cage,
an old man now.
he ran away from the match as soon as it started like an old man. Ran
Yeah.
back.
I
Ran
enjoyed
back
that.
with advantageous like an old man. That was the only saving grace. Other than that, this shit was ass.
The tables seemed undefeated in this match. The tables seemed pretty like it should have been called a London tables match. It's like they didn't break right. One dude just fell on top of it.
Yeah, one of them bounced off, bro. That shit looked
Yeah, them tables look hard as fuck. London, fuck. I don't know what kind of
And
wood they
also,
got over there.
honestly, it was so many niggas in this match. I don't even know who was in the match. I don't even know who was on Christian Cage's team.
The dinosaur
know.
man.
don't even know
Luchasaurus
who-
and Nick Young.
I don't even know. I
Yeah.
don't even know who the trios champion is right now. It's
That-
Pac and some niggas.
See, that's weird how they set it up because I'm assuming it's supposed to be Pac and Pentagon and Ray Phoenix, but since they didn't sign their contract, I'm assuming that's why they replaced them with Claudio, with Cesaro, and Wheeler.
It
You
looked like it looked like
Oh,
Mortal
they went to
Kombat
that
in
match?
there. Like a
So
Mortal
is-
Kombat cast. They had an Asian
Oh,
dude, a white dude, a monster. They had everybody in there. Like Mortal Kombat. I was like, this is wild. It was entertaining. I didn't know what was going on. I follow wrestling, but there was
They
a
trying
lot
to
of
beat
people in
that,
the ring.
Yeah,
diversity
I'm
meeting.
sure
We
it
had
was-
all coaches in one ring. They did it.
If they didn't dress the same, I wouldn't have any idea who's on what team. Like
That's
like
what-
it's
Like, they needed
crazy.
jerseys.
So what
Yeah,
grade?
they
Was
just-
y'all,
the armbands or something.
Fight Forever.
what
Oh,
grade
we
would
keep
y'all
going
give that
in and
match
out, bro.
What, you can't hear me?
No, me. I just left.
Not that
I
balls
do
kept
that.
going in and out.
I do that. My kid in the car right there. I be having to run back and forth.
Like,
Make sure
Oh,
nigga,
it's
make
not
sure
we
you
can
ain't
leave
killing
when we
me.
have to. I've been had to hold my. I was holding my pee before we even started. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought I couldn't leave.
We
God
try
bless,
not
man.
to.
Go pee.
but
What
I
the
mean,
Hey, yeah,
fuck?
these
Bones
are
gotta do what
restaurant
he
break
gotta do.
matches
No,
anyway, so you
I
good.
went, but I'm saying I went before we started. I'm like, I don't think I could leave, so let me go and get this one out now. You know,
Nah, I
All
be
right,
trying.
Loveless, what would you rate that match out of 10?
Out of 10,
Yeah.
I don't want to be cruel. I'm gonna give like a 4.5.
Damn.
They tried.
No points, nigga. 4 or 5.
Damn.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
4, 5. I'm gonna say 5.
What you give it, Bones?
5. This is good. This just to have a baseline, but this, you know what? 3. Fuck
Yeah.
that. This shit was ass.
It was that bad to you? I mean, it was like
Yeah.
all over the place, but I don't think it was. But you know what? Yep, 5.
Joe,
I
what'd you
don't-
give it?
I don't think this shit was the worst card on the match. On the worst match on the card. I give this shit like a 6.
It wasn't. We'll get to that.
I mean, I can still go lower than
And
3.
I ain't
nigga.
even see it.
Right. But this is
Yeah, I
to
ain't
me, this
see
is
it.
one
I-
of the better,
Like I said, I
more
was on my way
entertaining
to the
matches.
function when it
To
was
me.
going on. So
All right,
Let's
we're
see.
gonna move on to the next match. The first match that I actually ended up coming in and getting my stream right and watching. We got the women's championship, Toni Storm versus Mariah May. Why they had this second on the card, I don't know. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, this
But
was the best
that's what
match.
they
to me.
did.
Could have
Dumbass.
been
That was
first
the
at
best.
least.
That was the best match to you?
Yeah, to me, personally.
night?
Well, maybe second
Can I kick
Maybe
this
so.
nigga off the show?
if you won't.
You said what, Bones?
Can I kick this nigga off the show?
If you won't. This is my
Oh.
second favorite match. I
This
would say.
match was a good. It was a good story, but they had sloppy moments.
I had no idea what was going on. I think that was probably my favorite part because I didn't realize Mariah May was a heel. Like when I was watching, because everything she was doing to me was hilarious. Like she drop kicked that old man. I thought that was funny. And then I was like, and then she like spit at him and then like teabagged because everything was on mute when I was watching the first time. And she teabagged Toni Storm. I was like, that shit's funny too. And then it's like, and then she slapped her mom. I was like, okay, wait a minute. She has to be the bad guy now. I'm like, oh, so this is a crazy swerve for me. You know, it's like, okay, I get it now. She's the bad guy. And then I was like, oh man, now she's bleeding. And I enjoyed the match because it took me for a ride. I had no idea what was going on. But I enjoyed all the shit all the bad shit she was doing until she slapped her mom. I had no idea she was a heel. This shit I liked. But like,
what saved it is the fact that it was the best story going into the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
I agree.
Not knowing anything about any match,
played into it.
I got invested into this one more than anything else. Like what is this going on? Because she's teabagging her and kicking this old man's ass, and it's hilarious.
They had a lot of moments where it felt like they were moving in slow motion at times during
that old man can take a drop kick. She kicked him and he didn't budge. I was like, shit, that guy's solid.
I was cool with. I was saying that's the thing, and that's the problem that's normally consistent with AEW. I was actually cool with the fucking shit that was kind of fucked up because of the story that was there,
Mm-hmm.
and because it was Tony. Because I'm so invested in Toni Storm that I'm more forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I'm a Toni Storm fan, so I kind of hated that she lost, but it had story, and she didn't really win clean necessarily, so I'm okay with it. So I'm okay with that.
She's protected. She still lost.
I say it was. I say I'm happy with the winner, and it was a right time for a title change, as the headline says, because who else was gonna come in and beat Toni Storm and have that much fanfare? It was right for the story.
Mercedes, Deanna Peruzzo.
Ooh.
No, not right now.
Nah.
Not right now.
Other than putting Brick back on top again, this was the only answer, and we'll get to that too.
Yeah.
What score would y'all get that match?
7.
Hold on, let me evaluate. Story, the title change. I'm gonna give it like a strong 7. Yeah, strong 7. It actually has story I can follow, so I can't even hate like I usually do with AEW matches. So 7.
What about you, Eric?
I'm gonna throw the wrench in the game and say it's an 8. I give it an 8 off the strength because, like, granted, I haven't been watching AEW, but I've been following the whole Toni Storm story and how Mariah May went. It's cinema when you look at it because it was like the apprentice coming up under apprentice and learning and gaining, and next thing you know, you see that like everything that she was gaining, she wanted that and more, and was taken and wanted to just grab everything that Toni had, and it all showed in that match. So it's like they played with the heel, how it still had the blood on it, and how it just played its part. Like it could, like basically, dude, like Toni could have won it,
We gotta be
that
fair,
heel
man.
threw her off.
We gotta be fair.
No, this is unbiased as hell. Like
No, I'm talking about dude's caption. He said reviewing AEW disgusting.
Oh man.
I see it. But yeah, so it's like
they getting better. They getting better. They getting better.
That's why I give it an 8.
All right. How about you?
I just gotta point out this nigga was like, I'm about to throw a wrench in the whole game. I'm going 1 point higher than y'all.
I thought that I just didn't say
Y'all be looking like,
I was gonna give it 8 too. I don't know what I mean, just because it's like not really knowing shit about AEW, I got interested watching that story on mute. Like on very low volume, you know what I mean? So it was entertaining to me to that point. They were selling the shit emotionally, and they're really cute white girls. So it's like, just in case they ever see this, hello.
Y'all both fine.
I give it a 7.
Bones is an asshole. I love you, women.
The story carried it to a
The story definitely carried it.
They say he gives the match an 8, but he gives them a 4.
I'm dead.
All right, what we got next? Man, this fucking match.
Hey, Eric, if you want to go piss, now's the time.
This is like a legit piss break.
Fucking FTW match between Hook and Jericho. This shit was so bad. This shit made me so fucking mad. Like, first of all, okay, he come out with this eye patch.
Right, yo, he looks like a baby pirate.
I thought you just put like duct tape on his electric tape.
What was it, an eye patch or duct tape?
It was electric tape.
What?
The very first
like
problem I had with this match. The very first problem that I had with this match is probably a nitpick, but I mean, they came out the gate basically whooping this nigga's ass and was just like, oh, it's FTW rules. So basically they turned it into a 3v1 handicap match off rip, which killed it for me because how do you overcome that from the beginning? How do you overcome that from the beginning? Especially when you got Big Bill. Yeah, especially when you got Big Bill too. Like, what's stopping them?
That's a match that if it was a squash, it could have been a reasonable squash. Like, it's like they should just ended it like they all jumped on them. Boom. It could have been just like that, and nobody would have complained. I was like, okay, that pissed you off, but like it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It shows the learning tree is a dominant faction. Like how you get jumped by a 7-foot person, a legend like Chris Jericho, and the nigga Cowboy, and just lose. Like what?
This is one time I agree with your type of logic on this. Crazy. This is one time I agree with your type of logic on this one because, like, come on, man.
This is
Jericho beat him solo. Jericho beat him solo, but this particular time he couldn't beat him 3-1. That makes no sense.
You got a point. And then they pull out this bag with these heavy ass cricket balls.
Yo,
and then I guess it was supposed to be a spot where he got slammed on the balls, but he completely missed the balls. Like, what? That shit was stupid. And then he went mid-match, and this is where the eye patch come into play. He went mid-match, and then all of a sudden, randomly in the middle of the match, he takes the eye patch off like, ha, bitches, got you. Why you wrestling half the match with an eye patch on?
But who are you fooling? Like, dude didn't even have Wolverine cosplay on at least to like make it make sense. Like, haha, like
I'm really Wolverine.
Like, no, it didn't make no sense. Like,
I'm still Hook.
Like,
I'm sorry, now I can
him
see
not
you.
having the eye supposed to be like you said? Who he tricking? Was it supposed to be a trick? Was it supposed to be something going on? I don't know.
These are my exact notes for the match here. I said Hook looks like a baby with an eye patch. They threw balls at each other. Jericho looks really bad, but Taz looks worse, and that's what I have here.
That was a terrible Taz mission, by the way, too. I'm like,
oh my god,
right? He put him in the Taz mission.
Or he was choking himself when he just put his arms up.
That boy Taz like that creepy uncle that had a little too much at the family reunion. Hey nephew, come here.
Yeah, I used to be a stud. I used to be a stud like you.
And let's talk about how the biggest, most powerful nigga didn't even factor into the finish.
The most Where
the
was
biggest
Goku?
X Factor out there had
Where was
nothing to do with
Goku?
the finish. Where's the big
I'm
nigga?
confident AEW doesn't rehearse their matches, and I guess that's okay. But they just let me know they didn't, because like y'all did this match and say, man, this some bullshit. Like they didn't like go over that, because it's like the match could have been just a less than 5 minute match. To be honest, it didn't have to
And
go
this
as long as
nigga
it did.
Taz came in and put his arm behind the nigga head, and that shit was supposed to be a Taz mission.
That's what we just
That
said.
was
They're like the worst
bad, man.
transmission
Oh
ever.
shit!
What the?
That was bad.
How you come in?
I used to
Come in and
love
say that?
Taz too, man. I used to
That
love
made the
Taz.
match terrible.
That shit hurt my feelings seeing that shit. Ew.
All right, like Taz, no wonder
I
WWE made you
told you,
commentate,
It
drug
bro.
did.
uncle.
It took Taz the whole match to see his son get his ass whooped
Yeah,
to
it's like,
come
you
in
know
at
what?
the end of
These
the
are
match
the rules.
and then finally be like, "Oh, okay, let me help my son." God
I've had
damn.
enough. I've had enough of this shit.
Let me
I'm glad
finish
you made it
commentating
this whole
first.
time.
Now I'm gonna help my son. After
Nah,
months
that
of
boy
abuse,
was
I'm gonna
really
help him.
Goku, was he?
That's the
He was
line,
watching
motherfucker.
Cell mink him up. He got it.
God,
After
Don't
that
months
worry.
of abuse, I'm finally gonna help my son.
Goku.
And I'm literally commentating my son getting his ass beat, but I'm finally gonna help him now. They was better off beating up Taz, having him written off up until All In, and have him come help his son. That would have made more logical sense. Your
They
son
need him
getting
on
jumped every
commentary.
week, and you just saying, "Oh
And
no,
by the way,
Big Bill coming from behind, beating my son." You just watching, bro. Like
I don't remember
could've
Tony
been.
Schiavone sucking this bad.
that would
I
have made
don't.
more logical sense, lovers, but it also would have made no sense.
Because why he's just now coming out at the end.
Like, no matter what, everything about this is stupid. The FTW title in itself is stupid.
I mean,
What does it
I
stand
all
for?
the
What does it stand
titles
for?
they
came
had.
out with Hook.
I don't
What does
know.
it stand
Came
for?
out, then he came out
Oh,
as like
F
he
the
got
world, F the world,
What?
That's a
F
championship.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have.
It's
They
not.
should have got a
It's not a
sledgehammer, just
championship.
burnt it, and made a new title.
It's not a championship, but they've been it wasn't a real championship that they ended up started treating like a real championship.
Basically,
It's
what
like
they
fighting over a
did,
bracelet, basically.
ECW, but worse because they put it in on pay-per-views and actually treating it like a belt.
Yeah,
You think Paul
it was
Heyman
all
put
of
that
a
shit on his
sudden.
title on his shows like that? Hell no.
Like,
That's why
it's-
Taz the only
it's
motherfucker to hold
weird.
it.
But I get that match a 1. I don't know about y'all. Worst match on the show.
Yeah, I thought that was the baddest, the worst match.
This ain't from,
Can we
this
say
ain't from
zero?
Roman Reigns.
I'm gonna say 1, 2.
That's a 1.
I'm gonna give it a 1. It's not even because of the match. It was because Chris Jericho had a concert and that shit was ass.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That kind
Every
Y'all
single,
on Chris
there was
Jericho
nothing about this that wasn't
ass.
ass. Every single part of it was ass.
he just wanted to say he played in Wembley in front of that many people, twice in a row.
Y'all on Jericho's ass.
Also,
Jericho's
worst,
It's
his
crazy
bandmates
because
are mad
I'm a
old
Jericho
too.
holic. I will always love Jericho, like Lionheart
Man.
Jericho, WCW Cruiserweight Jericho, Man of 1001 Move Jericho, Raw's Jericho. All that's my boy. But that shit, like, oh my god,
That man
Armbar.
can go.
Jericho was
Also,
always in my
word-
top 10. Always in my top
Tour
10.
with-
But now I don't know what to
always
say
top
about it.
10.
Tour with
Word on the
Fozzy
street.
full time. He need gone.
word on the streets that when that Jericho match came on, everybody went to the bathroom.
I heard
They
that.
did.
That's crazy.
His,
Yeah, like,
his
rightfully
concert
so.
was horrible.
That's smart.
Tag team championship match. Who was in this match? FTR, the Young Bucks, and the Acclaimed.
I didn't
Too
really watch
many
this match.
mofos.
Oh my God, I hate these niggas.
I didn't watch this match.
They got so many
They
tag
should've
teams and they
won.
do the same ones in tag matches all the time. Like, you know what? What's crazy? If you watch Rampage or Dynamite, you see all these other tag teams. But when it comes to pay-per-views, it's always them same 3 tag teams and some kind of variation. It makes no sense.
I didn't hate
you
I didn't
know?
hate this as much as y'all hated this. Sounds
Out of
Listen,
5
dude.
years, the same tag teams and the same matches all the time.
and I hate the Young Bucks.
I mean, I like the spots. But
They were still
yeah,
doing that synchronized swimmer shit.
yeah.
Oh, we
Not
both have to
from
kick
what
him
I
in the
saw.
nuts at the same time.
It wasn't.
Let me
that
wait
bad.
5 seconds to make sure you see it's time to kick this nigga in the nuts with me. That type of shit happened multiple times throughout the match. Only Young Bucks only. FTR fucking came out like they were some goddamn jobbers, and the Acclaim came out, and I didn't hear a word that nigga was saying. His whole gimmick is rapping.
God. I swear to God, they came out. They AEW Tony Khan. They make too much money for their sound to be that bad in the arena and coming off on TV like that. They
the
make too much
third
money
most
for it.
over champ.
They don't rehearse sound tests or they don't rehearse matches apparently, because ain't no way. Sound checks should have been a priority.
And that's
I don't know what they be doing.
Max Caster's thing. They know he gonna come out and rap, and all you hear is
Yeah.
Production by Tubi. Shit.
they gotta do better.
Oh,
with
They
that.
got the
and
team
the Grizzly Young Vets showing up at the end of it made it worse.
It was dumb.
Yeah, like they weren't that important to make a
I didn't
debut like
it was
that. Like
pointless. Like that was that part.
Them niggas
Like,
showed up
it was a
and just looked at the tag team champions and was like, nah, we gonna fuck up these niggas.
Thank you.
it was stupid.
That was stupid.
Like it felt like you was watching an episode of Dynamite when that happened. It didn't even feel like it was a pay-per-view when that happened. Like, cause you pop up, you going after the champions. All these other people don't matter. How you gonna make a
Right,
statement
like, why-
by going after the
Yeah.
other motherfucker? And
Just
the
very
champions
stupid.
walking off.
Super.
It made no
I
sense.
mean, I that's fine. We not ragging them coming out. We ragging about who they fucking fucked up at the end.
Yeah, we talk about
Man,
how
I'm bragging about who they
existing
are.
isn't good enough. Like, oh, they're big in England, so them existing, no matter what they do, was gonna be a good thing. It wasn't. It was shit.
Now I didn't like who are they? Like I knew who they was, but coming out like, oh, Grizzly Young Vets. It wasn't like, oh, it was like,
Isn't
oh,
it NXT niggas?
Yeah.
yeah. Why they get that spot? They should have gave it to like another team or something like that. That's like popping. Like
All right,
Should've
nobody
got
was
run
checking
down
for
the
Grizzly Young
scores,
Vets.
The
y'all.
Hurt Syndicate. That's what they should. That's what they should have came in at.
All right.
But nah, other than that,
Niggas
the
and Curry.
match was fine and
It was fine.
like I said, it was
it was cool.
fuck
I
you.
didn't have
like
too
the
much of an
spots.
issue with it
I like the
like
spots.
you did. I mean, it was just there. I mean, I'm not finna give it like an 8 or a 9 or nothing.
All that synchronized swimming shit annoying as fuck.
Spot.
I guess I wouldn't.
The right team
I
won.
guess I
though.
didn't pay attention as intently as I thought I was paying attention. I didn't notice it that much because
Bro, it was
usually
like-
I'm the first one to say that shit about the Young Buck match.
It was at least 3 spots where not only did they do it, but they slowed down everything to make sure they were on cue with each other. No, like it wasn't like I'm over exaggerating when I say it was like 3-4 seconds, but you could tell like, all right, I gotta make eye contact with you first. Now let's kick these niggas in the nuts. Like it was like a second delay that was noticeable enough
They
to get
start
on my
throwing
goddamn
punches in
nerves.
or something when they do that shit. Like throw a punch in or something, but yeah, that blew me. I get it a 7
I get
off top. I ain't
That
gotta
was a
think about it.
wrestler. I'll kick everybody.
You say
in
you
the
give it
nuts.
what?
Hey, but hey, the Young Bucks
7.
entrance was dope though.
Seven.
Oh yeah, they
I give it
interest.
I give it a 6. I wouldn't put it over that Tony Storm match. I give
Yeah,
it a 6.
I give it a 5.
And
You know what?
because
I take it back.
even though
Only because Young Bucks won 6. Even though
I
they
was
should
just
have won,
about
but
to
still
say
6.
I give it a 6 just because I think the right team won. Because who else?
Did you watch this, Eric?
FTR is
Yeah.
cold right now.
The
And
claim.
then the Acclaim, they had they run already. I didn't see either one of them teams beating them.
Bro, they had they run already is the worst argument to make for the Young Bucks winning.
I mean,
Yeah, none of those guys
Like,
make sense to win.
that they
I
only
feel like the
deserve one?
other two teams done cooled off so much. Maybe it's
They
because
have.
I'm not watching the show weekly, but it feels like the other two teams have cooled off so much that I didn't even really see them beating the Young Bucks in Wembley.
Read that.
The right team won. Like I thought some at the end they gonna turn
That-
against the elite.
that
Hey, we
shit's
tired of
still
the elite
popping.
taking over.
I mean, yeah, it's still popular, but they've cooled off since like what was that last year when they beat Swerve and Keith Lee, and they were like the most over thing in AEW. Like,
They still
I bet
more
you-
over
I
than
bet if
the
you
Bucks
heard
are.
the Acclaim rap, you would have think differently.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
if you heard their
it's like they on a
freestyle, you would have been like, "Oh, they should have
slippery slope
won."
with their overness with the Acclaim, but with FTR, it's sad because they was like the best tag team like ever at a point, and now it's just
They
The
were
wrong
the
team
best.
winning that.
Hey, y'all gave y'all scores though?
Yeah,
I didn't watch it, so go
We got a
ahead.
whole lot of matches to talk about.
I
Yeah.
said I gave it a 5.
Damn, we got like 30 matches, don't we?
Oh,
yeah,
come
we
on,
don't
let's
get
go.
them.
Let's keep it moving.
The Casino Gauntlet match. I know Bones hated this.
I don't.
I did not
I hate this
until
match
I
because like
did.
I thought a gauntlet was elimination, and it's not elimination. It's like
No,
That
it's
was
not
crazy.
elimination.
The rules confused me. The rules confused me.
Exactly.
know
When I
what
was
the
first
fuck was
watching it,
going on.
I was loving this shit. Especially when Nigel McGuinness came out. I popped like I
Yeah.
was from England, nigga. Nigel was off the top for me, right? I was with it. Nigel McGuinness is like the biggest thing that happened that night, in the moment, including the other shit that happened. But
You're
then I was
crazy.
like, hold on, that nigga just jumped over the top rope. Why he ain't eliminated? I'm
Oh,
like,
you
Bobby.
thought it was that type of match.
I'm like, Bobby, what's the rules? Bobby said, oh, they got pinned
they
each
said.
other.
Casino Gauntlet better
cool.
rules.
Just one time? So
Right,
this whole match
right.
can end at
That
any
was
point.
crazy.
So Bobby, let me
Pinfall.
ask you this: like, what are the rules of Casino Gauntlet? Because I thought it was like
I
everybody
was
got
just
to get
explaining that before you
eliminated.
cut me
Last
off
man
something,
standing.
bitch.
Nah, basically, you got some people coming in at intervals. I don't know the intervals they come in. They came in at random intervals that match, but they come in and then basically you got to get a pinfall. Whoever gets the pinfall first wins. They
How-
can do the pinfall at any point.
Real quick,
That's
how
stupid.
old is Jeff Jarrett? How
Old.
old?
I don't know. Too old to be in the
He
ring.
like
That bitch
60.
went inside there and he just all he did was give right hands and throw his guitar, and that's
That
all
pissed
he
me
did.
off.
I was like,
That
that
was
poor old man.
that was
That's what I
one
said. It's
of
like they stamina be like on red when it's multi-man. Like he was
Mhm.
punching them one punch and they out the ring for like 3
Right.
minutes.
It was crazy. It was like this dude got sting powers right now.
Jeff Jarrett was one of two issues I had with that match. The other issue I had was the ending because that shit was stupid to me.
Not to be
I was
ignorant,
just
is
confused.
Christian
I was just
the
confused.
main character of AEW right now? Because it seems like he is.
You can kind of say that he's
He
an
seems
important
like the
character.
final boss right now. Like he's the
Okay.
main heel.
I
Is
have
he?
to ask you guys. Yeah, he's my final boss. I don't think he actually is. I think he's just that good that it seems that way because we don't watch it.
He's
It's
the
all we
best
see him.
heel,
Yeah.
arguably in
That
the
night,
company
it's
right
like,
now.
why isn't he closing the
The most
match?
people.
And everything. He seems like
I have to
the
ask
guy.
though, like, how the fuck you know the difference between Killshot and Luchasaurus? That nigga that changed
The same
mask
thing,
color
right?
or something like? What the fuck is the difference?
They said it popped up on his Titantron, and they said it. That's it.
I was so fucking confused.
I was confused just because
So
I
that-
saw it on the
is-
Titantron, and I was like, "Wasn't his name Killtris? Why is it saying Luchasaurus? Why
is
is
it
the
like,
announcer saying Luchasaurus?"
Is
I
it
was
like
confused.
Is it like Cactus
what?
Jack and like Dude Love? Is it that different?
Not
Like
even that. He just changed his name.
And what
Oh,
makes
it's
that
like-
what makes that a big deal? Yes, the first it was just a year ago, nigga. It wasn't like Cactus Jack and Mick and Dude Love and Mick Foley. It wasn't like when Mankind said, "I'm gonna be Cactus Jack," and we was like, "Oh shit, we getting a different nigga now." Luchasaurus is Killshot. I don't understand what you got excited about.
So he
And
still
Killshot
got
is a better name anyway.
So
Way
now
better.
he's
I
still
don't
a
know.
dinosaur.
Luchasaurus, bro. That's
Yes,
fucking
he's still
amazing.
the dinosaur.
You're crazy, dude.
You a dinosaur named Killshot. Why not
That's
just
weird.
like Slade?
Oh,
I
Luchasaurus,
think it's
bro.
kill
What the hell?
switch,
There's
kill
nothing
switch,
wrong
kill
with it.
switch.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. If the whole point behind that is the signal that he's about to turn on Christian, that's the dumbest piece of booking shit I ever heard in my motherfucking life.
I'm gonna change my
Really?
name and turn on the nigga.
Yeah.
The
So
fuck?
why he like so he helped him to betray him in another
Right.
match. That
He's like
that's dumb.
he changed his name, but when it helped him.
But
Okay.
when it helped him to betray him, like that's gonna be dumb when it happens. Because why not betray him then? Or
My only
why not
gripe
just
about
wait?
this match,
Hey,
I
I didn't like
ain't
the
gonna
match
hold you.
because how did Christian get in the match? Like, unless they explain, because I have been watching AEW, he been linking up with the Young Bucks. Like they've been like in cahoots. Now if they explain that, I forgive them for just throwing Christian in the match.
I don't
That'll
care.
just then they have story.
I
I
did.
don't
I
care.
did.
It's like- it's about Raw. They just threw some niggas in. I don't really.
Yeah, I
No,
was about to say I don't care about that. That don't bother me. Same way Becky Lynch had a match and she ended up in the Battle Royal. I think Charlotte did it one time too. Like
They,
I mean,
it has
they
Edge
was
did
explained
it.
though, but whatever.
Bret Hart did it back
It's
in
a
the day.
plot device. Just take it.
Drop them
Wrestling.
scores so we can go on.
I guess I'll give it a 7.
6. Nobody
Bye.
mentioned Ricochet. It's crazy.
Nobody mentioned Ricochet the entire
We
time
did.
we're talking.
I was going to.
Hey, read the
Ricochet.
bottom line of this. What I put on here.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
Ricochet there. I think he gonna be all right there. That's his style.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah, they
give
made
it.
him look
Ricochet
strong.
shit.
They made him look real strong.
I'm gonna give it a 3 because I was confused. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I thought it was. I thought it was a regular Royal Rumble. I'm like you said, like when he threw win over, like so niggas ain't win. Then like he eliminated. Then I saw him go for the pin. I'm like, that was it. Everybody was like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? I was so
At
confused.
least they
so
trying to do something different. I'm not mad at it.
me.
Nah, I get mad you doing something different. You know who else tried to do something different? TNA when they had the reverse battle royal. You know who else
Yeah.
tried to do something different? Adidas when they signed
I
Kobe
mean-
and made that ugly ass shoe. Sometimes it's better to not do different shit.
Come on, man. What you on with the Kobe?
I was confused.
But everybody doesn't. I want them for like historical reasons, but them shit's ugly as hell.
Right. I mean,
Ospreay versus MJF. What y'all think about this match, man?
I didn't really
This
watch
was
this one
for
either,
me.
to be honest.
This for me was the greatest Will Ospreay and the greatest MJF match I've ever seen in my motherfucking life. At no point did they do the shit that Will Ospreay's done in every single Ospreay match that I watched, unless I missed it, where they go through his whole sequence, where the whole shit we're so evenly matched. At no point did he do that shit. It felt like everything was for a reason. MJF did a backflip.
He looked like Jewish Lex Luger.
Interesting. I don't think it was better than the
Lex Luger.
than the other match.
I hate that other match so much. Because that
I
other
don't
match
think
was
this was better than the first match.
The first match was just an Ospreay. Was that your first Ospreay match or something? Because that's all it was, the same Ospreay match again.
No.
I'm surprised you say that.
You said that shit all defensively. No.
Maybe it was because I
Ospreay
was
had a
there
total
live.
entry. Ospreay had
You
a
were there
total
live.
entry.
Makes a huge difference. I probably would love to watch that same Ospreay match live.
I guess so, because I didn't
But
enjoy this one as much. It was fine. It was a good match. But it wasn't this. They did more in that last match. I feel like they pulled out all the stops in that last match. Here it was cool because I like the ending of this match better than the last match.
I feel like this whole match was storytelling inside the match. I feel like there was psychology in this match. Some things I will always say never happened in MJF match. I mean, in an Ospreay match, and I felt like MJF was.
Okay.
I feel like Ospreay's never using psychology, and I feel like MJF is never doing anything that's not boring. And I feel like they both did the opposite of those things that I always hate both of them for, and that's why I think this is the best match I've ever seen from either one of them. I love this match, honestly.
That's fair.
The right person won. That's why I liked it, and they actually did tell a story. Like, AEW
we knew he was gonna win. We knew he was gonna win. We knew the story was leading up to the Tiger Driver, and they did it, and they popped, and it was a beautiful moment.
I didn't know the story leading to the Tiger Driver. I thought they was trying to do a pedigree the whole time.
Tiger Driver was like he didn't want the boy. It was with Daniel Bryan. He couldn't hit it no more, so he said he wouldn't do it because he hurt Daniel Bryan, some weird shit like that. But
yeah, basically he injured Daniel Bryan.
Huh?
That what he told you? That what he told
that's what he said, like the little interview, not the little podcast. Like, hey, I can't do the Tiger Driver no more because
that is the story.
That's told you. You
that's
asshole.
The story.
Yeah, so it had a story.
Is that what he told you?
So I gotta give it a little up on that.
Yeah, basically he injured Daniel Bryan with the Tiger Driver, so he said he wouldn't do it ever again. He teased it. That's why he teased it in the last match. He was teasing it in other matches, but he just couldn't bring himself to hit the move. Like he couldn't mentally do it. And then in that match, he finally mustered up the courage to do it.
And that's when he got kicked out of old dude. What's the old dude team, the family? They kicked his ass out. You ain't hitting the Tiger Driver, fuck you, get out. And it's okay.
Yeah, that happened too. Don Callis had kicked him out.
That makes it way better for me. That makes it even better for me. Thank you.
So it has
I did brush up a little enough on AEW to know that story going on. And that did bump it.
See, that's why you ball now. Ain't brush it.
As far as the score, I give this match a 8. It was a really good match. It just wasn't. I give the other one higher, but it was really good. I give it an 8.
The way you
9.
sold this, Bones, the way you sold this, I want to watch it because I didn't get a chance to really watch it, so I don't have a score for it. I didn't watch a lot of the
You
card.
should watch it. It was the second best match on the card.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yep, 9.
If you take in the story and everything else, I give it a 9 also.
Of course you are. That's
fair.
how you judge wrestling.
I also saying like everything Bones said was like factual. Like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie,
good
like
match.
this is probably my first time actually sitting down and watching a full Will Ospreay match. I watch MJF all the time. That's my boy. So it's like to see both of them mesh, like you get a whole different MJF, and now I'm getting the experience of Will Ospreay at the same time. So it was like a spectacle to me. Plus, like the story that was there. So yeah,
I might go back and watch it without the kids in my ear too.
That was the rough part about this.
It was a good match.
Oh, only gripe I had about this, and it's going to be like for all the fucking title matches.
We'll get to that.
The only gripe I had is just the refs. They need better refs. Like the timing on the pins was like after the 2, it was just 1, 2. Like like
they tried to do
every match,
they tried
like
the dramatic
every title
stuff.
match going forward. Like it was that's what was fucking it up. Like they was trying to get that 2.99, but they was fucking it up with the hesitation. Like that's what killed it on the
main event too.
That's what I said.
All right, let's go to the CEO and the boss aren't the same. The TBS Championship match. Initially, until I thought about it for a second, and I like kind of refreshed myself a little bit. Initially, I was watching this match and I was like, I kind of like this better than the other women's match. But then once I got reminded about the other women match and the story there, I was like, nah, never mind. But this wasn't as bad as everybody ragging on it for me.
The reason it's so bad for me, Bobby, is because of expectations.
Yeah, I was disappointed watching this.
I can see that. I can see that.
It's honestly, it's definitely not because it's not. If I went this blind, I wouldn't feel so harshly about it as I do. But on the one hand, you have my previous favorite women's wrestler ever, Sasha Banks, or Mercedes
Moné.
Yeah. And on the other hand, you got the AEW fucking female GOAT, and the woman who sent the picture of my daughter to Bianca Belair one time, Britt Baker. In my head, this match was the match I was most excited to see out of every single match. Period.
See that
by a long shot. It wasn't even close. This was the match. This was the match.
Well, I was told we can't criticize this match for undisclosed reasons, but
I'm let down because I was expecting to hit a 9 at least. So
yeah, and this ended up being about I'll say a 7 as well.
I wouldn't go that high either. But
you being generous.
That's
I wouldn't go that high either. It was real.
Let me step on my soapbox. I was criticized for this match. I was crucified for this match, right? But I saw Mark Henry say Mercedes had to carry that match. Mark Henry said, I said, hold on, Mercedes carried this match, bro. So Mark Henry said, and I said, okay, I'm justified. I don't give a hell what nobody say. She did.
Hey, do me a favor, love. Let's keep your face in the frame.
All right, there you go.
Man, thought he was LL Cool J in him.
I am not sure who's the most light-skinned nigga here. The nigga who licked his lip, the nigga with the green eyes, or the nigga from the Far East.
What you give it, Bones?
5.
What about you, Ted?
6. I'm gonna go 6 because I did enjoy a lot of portions of it. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that messed it up for me. And the parts where Mercedes was beating this woman ass, she was beating this woman ass. Like it looked like that shit hurt in a safe way.
I give it a 6. You know, I liked her. I like Mercedes Moné's entrance a lot because she's cute as shit. But I had a lot of expectations of the match, and I kind of was let down. I was expecting I don't know, because I was, as Bowen said, I was looking forward to this one a lot. I was expecting like Bailey, like NXT like type shit, and I was like, this is like a match on Nitro, or what's the shit called? Rampage.
Yeah,
it's like it's a match on Rampage. It's like, and this is towards the bottom of the card. And after seeing that crazy ass match with the bitches that confused me, made me fall in love. It's like this is crazy. I'm already in love with this bitch, and she's letting me down. And it's like I don't know. So I give it a 6, man, because my expectations were up here, and it just
All right, we almost done. Darby Allin versus Jungle Jack Perry in this coffin match. So I didn't catch this match. I caught the end, which we'll talk about a little bit, but I didn't catch the match. Let me tell you what happened. The video package, the match before this one ended, I went straight into the kitchen. I started cooking my kids some noodles, and they wanted a smoothie, so I started making them a smoothie. Before I can get out the kitchen, this match was over.
good ass
Why
smoothies
was this
you
match
making.
so short?
To tell my story, I actually was like, yo, I cannot stomach to watch any more wrestling that I'm not interested in.
He did say that.
Yeah, I think like even though I say the match was good and like the show itself was pretty good, I'm still cold to it because the motherfuckers ain't got no stories for the most part. Like a lot of these shits that felt irrelevant to me. So like coming into it, I had to warm up to every single match. So I'm really exhausted at the 3-hour mark. So I'm like, y'all, I ain't watching this shit no more. I'll finish this shit later. And I went to the kitchen and made my kids food. And then niggas like, oh shit, it's Sting, nigga. So I came out the kitchen quick. And I had missed Sting too while I saw Brother B.
Man,
I was
just like your
supposed to
kid,
put my
man.
Sting shirt on.
Just
I
like
did catch that.
yo.
That popped me.
that was like Nitro out of nowhere. There he is, like 2 minutes. That's it. That's all you get.
I immediately messaged Ted
just like
in
I
the
was a
group.
kid. I felt like just like I was a kid. See Sting for 2 minutes. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I see like I just in the corner of my eye, I just see the screen and like I hear I was like, oh my god.
I mean, Sting is my favorite wrestler of all time. So nostalgia behind. I don't know why Sting was there because he's supposed
No,
to be
it doesn't
retired.
matter. He's like a zombie that comes back, and I was like, you gotta protect his son. You gotta protect his son. His son was wearing weird shorts, and then he had some shit glued to his face. He's like, oh, I don't know what my son's going on. So Sting had to save his
Like
life.
I don't know if that was a one-off or they finna bring Sting back for a story.
No, he ain't gonna come back. He's old.
He ain't
Hell.
coming
He
back.
looked like he was
He
wearing a
come back.
hat.
That was a one-off.
He looked like he was wearing a hat. What were you saying, Bones?
Can you hit that Sting music again?
I can't do it no more.
Are y'all sure that Fred Sanford
That's
ain't
like the
coming out?
Jeffersons. I thought we were playing the Jeffersons. What's it like?
That's a Sting song, right?
But do y'all even got a rating for this match? I mean,
I give Sting a 10, but that's nothing to do with the match because he came back from a retirement to save his son.
I ain't want to see a cruiserweight coffin match, so
that Ollie was crazy. He just landed on that bitch like what an asshole. He like just pancaked that guy with a fucking skateboard. Mike Perry looks like a dude, like a baby wearing a beard filter. Why does this dude look? And it was pissing me off the way he was looking at the camera, like all the time. He was just like, "Just stop it! You're in the middle of a match, bro. Stop looking at me, you weirdo."
Jack Perry, man.
I just wanted Sting. I also having Sting drop this bitch on his face. I was pissed he ran away.
I don't hate Jack Perry, but I understand the hate on for Jack Perry.
He did a good job.
I don't like
of
how they
making
got
me
him
hate
on such a high plateau. Like, dude is like
Love Jungle Boy though. Hate Jack Perry.
Yeah. I don't hate him, but I get it. All right, let's move on to this, man. What you about to say, Eric?
I was just gonna say was like, because watching the match, the funniest part about that whole match was the fact that Darby Allin suicide dive and smacked the fuck out the casket.
Darby Allin died.
Hey, he torpedoed into that casket, bro. Like it was like.
That's
it was
funny.
so fucking hilarious, like bro. Like that was the only thing that popped for me out there the whole.
The way he
match,
sounds when he talks, it sounds like someone's always chasing him. It's like, it's like this dude is gonna die.
Like, bro,
He sounds
that
crazy.
was hilarious, but that was a 5. Like Sting, of course, 10. That's the GOAT, but match 5.
The main event, the match that we all came to see, the best match of the night, a fucking banger. Swerve versus Bryan Danielson. Oh my God. 10. I'll just go off the gate with it. 10.
Yeah, 10. 10.
10. That match was a banger. The storytelling was there for me. The ending was poetic.
I kind of wanted Brian to lose, but so I'd say 10 too.
I gotta say 10.
I just wanted Brian to lose.
I'm gonna say 10.
I did.
But if I'm nitpicking, only thing I did hate was when he brushed off the knee.
Oh,
only because like, I feel like that should have been the big dude spot.
Yeah.
Like I hated that. Like that's something like a big dude should have did. Like
my God.
Because now let me tell you why I hate it. Let me tell you why I hate it. Because when he did the knee, he knocked him back. Now if it would have been like he did the knee and Brian just bounced off his ass, I was like, oh, okay.
I get it. That wasn't towards you. That's towards his face Bones making because I know he finna say some bullshit. What, Bones?
Everybody, since that match has happened, been talking about how this is such a great fucking match. Everybody talking about the story was so good. The Hangman shit was so dope, even with that shit. The fucking who else came the fuck out? Who else came out?
Hangman.
Somebody else came out and did some shit too, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, they used that little bill. They used that bill spot. Like Swerve turned heel mid-match. Swerve turned heel in the match. That's what it was.
Is he like the Drew McIntyre?
The Bumby shit. And everybody straight up, and I have to say I 1000% agree because nigga, this shit was fucking amazing, nigga. I ain't never think AEW could put on such a good show and have a good story being told in the ring. It's been so damn long since Bryan Danielson actually told a goddamn story that fucking mattered. Because all his matches just be, I want to have a dream match because I have dream matches. But this shit, nigga, this shit right here, nigga. This was a 10. This is great. This is the greatest AEW match of all time, and I ain't never seen them all. Easily the greatest AEW match of all time. There'll never be another. Yeah. This match was so good that I didn't even care about the overt racism, but the fact that Swerve ain't never been an important champion the entire time he's been treated like Chris Jericho. I didn't even care about that. Take the belt from that nigga and give it to Dave
It's too much agreeing going on. Time for me to shake the table. It's match of the year.
No.
Yes.
It was a moment. No. It could be moment of the year.
No. Match of the year. I know what happened this year. Match of the year. I said what I said.
No.
Nah. To me, the match
it's better than that match.
What's insane? What's insane though, Bobby, is that I'm not really mad at you. That in itself
did you forget about Cody versus Roman though? That happened this year. You know that.
Say that. Yeah. I was expecting one of y'all to say that. I know. Better than that match.
You saying that
I gave Cody and Roman a 9.
I'm not mad at you for saying that this match is better than this. The second best match of the year for me right now.
Daniels, the ending of Cody and Roman.
I got a top 5.
The ending of Cody and Roman was amazing, but like I said in the review of WrestleMania, it was slow building up to that. This match was basically a banger from the beginning. Like the entire match was a banger.
But can you compare though? Like
Roman, that's the thing. I felt like that about Cody versus Roman though. Nobody else has agreed with me because Nick. The truth of the matter is, and honest to God truth, the difference here is that you were never able to watch Cody versus Roman because specifically you and everybody else was waiting on the other shit to happen. Because the fucking Cody versus Roman shit was fucking amazing from start to end. The match itself was good as shit. It was. You just don't remember because you didn't care why it was happening. You was like, okay, get this wrestling. Niggas was like, get this wrestling shit over. I just want to see the crazy shit. That's why. Nobody was like that. Nobody gave that match this. But also, I think I touched everything. That bell spot though. That bell spot was the most professional shit I've ever seen, like in professional wrestling. Like, cause that shit looked like he hurt the shit out of him, but I could look at it and also see that he absolutely did not. Like, I don't think you could ever be so close to hurting a nigga and not hurt them possible. Like that's the dream right there, nigga. Like that shit. If niggas were more like, if everybody was like that, Chris Benoit and his family would still be alive.
Danielson and Chris Benoit both hurt themselves. They don't hurt nobody else. They only hurt themselves with their moveset. They got the same exact moveset.
They do. The flying headbutt is the dumbest move of all time.
It's cool as shit though.
It is.
It don't even look cool. That shit
you don't think so?
No,
It
it's
always
like a
looks
nigga
stupid.
falling
Think it
down.
look cool,
That's
but
what
it's a dumb move in real life.
Fucking
Cause you
that
slam
shit
your
like-
head on the canvas, like nigga.
The only thing cool about it is that you look like a crazy ass motherfucker for trying it.
Hell yeah, it's better than
It don't
coffin
look like it
drop.
hurt. Like if I'm in a real fight, the nigga falls his head in my shoulder. I'm like, what the fuck this nigga doing? What is this nigga on? Like I don't want to fight now. But not because you hurt me, because what the fuck is this nigga on? He obviously don't care about nothing but himself. He don't care about nothing.
What's
He don't care
worse,
about
the
nothing.
coffin drop or the headbutt? The coffin drop or the headbutt? What's worse to get hit by in real life in a real fight?
I mean, it depends on how big the nigga is. Like if they Darby Allin side, if Darby Allin hit me with the coffin drop, nigga, I'm be like, are you good?
It was Big Man Vader.
Y'all about
He
the
dead.
same size though.
Yeah,
He's just
Darby
a
ain't
little
gonna
taller.
make that little ass coffin drop.
Exactly. Actually, I think I weigh more than this nigga for real.
Now, cause you about to
Now.
be 200.
Darby
Now.
Allin, oh my gosh, he's good.
Darby like 5'8",
Man,
so
about to
like
be
about
200 for the first time in his life, man.
Back to this match though. Brian, and I was pissed off there. I've been pissed off the entire time at AEW for the fact that Bryan Danielson didn't get the title. Like y'all niggas don't make no sense.
No
It don't
title,
make no
not
sense.
even an ROH title.
You've never given the title to the right person at the right time, except for Kenny and Hangman for a second. This was the right move finally, although it shouldn't have been the right move. It was the wrong time because you could have really made Swerve into something.
Right.
At no point did you decide to make Swerve into something. At no point. And also,
That's why a lot of people
Bud
hate
B was in goddamn London, y'all.
With a glitter suit.
He was.
For real.
He had a Michael Jackson off the wall suit on.
I want to know, do y'all
Nigga, wait a minute.
outfit
I'm
on.
mad because somebody in the group was like, "Is that Pimp C?" I shared it to the group. Nigga said, "Is that Pimp C?"
I wish I knew where
I'm
that
like,
nigga lived.
bruh.
I wish I knew where he lived. I would slap him in the face with a pie a la mode because the nigga get thrown.
a la mode. A la mode.
He should have threw out Trailbreaker. Man, that match, it was good. It could have went either way.
All right, you guys, it's been a great show here at the Elbow Drop Podcast. I've been Beast Mode Bones. I just exited the wrong person from the stage.
I guess I'm on the fucking exit now. It's been a good show. Hope y'all